Okay, so basically what we're doing today is we are going to replace this wonderful little Jeep dash bezel. A bezel for the Jeep, basically you can buy them standard stock and they're the same color as this. Well, he fancied it up and I have this really cool marbled one. Well, instead of this, I'm actually going to trade him this marbled Jeep bezel for one that matches the red rhino liner on the outside. So consequently, you're going to see this, literally the exact same shape and size. It's just going to have the red rhino liner instead, so it matches inside, outside. And so he's going to take this and put this on another Jeep. Now, personally, I've never disassembled this. I don't have a clue what to do first. So he's actually going to come in today and in my own garage basically swap these out. He's already sprayed the other one, so it looks good. It looks great, actually. So now he's just going to swap it out for me, and we're going to walk you through what steps he needs to do to make this happen. So someone like me can go to a different Jeep and figure out how to do it myself because I have his instructions.
Okay, so here we got Gary. Gary is actually unclipping this top little area simply because there are no screws for this. It's just those little plastic clips, or I should say plastic guides with metal clips holding this in. The screwdriver he had was just a regular large flathead that he had actually duct taped to the end so that he doesn't scratch anything, because the metal will scratch it. Once you get that top vent area off, then you've got 3 screws. So the actual dash bezel, take 2 off the top and 1 right where the ashtray is. So you'll actually remove the ashtray from the Jeep dash bezel. Once the Jeep dash bezel is done, you just take off the 3 screws and it pretty much just wiggles off. I mean, there are guides in there, but there's no actual clips that you have to worry about. Once we've got that taken care of, he's actually just going to take out the vents. There's a little black vents on there. Well, those vents go from bezel to bezel. So once you take those out, you swap them into the new one. And here is my nice little rhino liner thing. If you notice, even an expert has to do it twice, because they do actually pop in from the front. It's nice to know that I'm not the only one who has to look at things twice. Of course, he would normally be doing this in the garage without the customer, such as myself, looking directly at him. So now he is. He's looking at stuff right now, having to go, oh man, I got the customer sitting right here watching me this whole time while I put in these stupid little vents. I gotta love it. Okay, so once the vents are in, you pretty much are mostly done. He's got the little rubber mat on top is going to have to go in, so you pull that off of the old one, and it's not glued in or anything. It's just resting on top of there, but it fits pretty snugly. Okay, you take the rhino lined one, which is the nice, good looking one I like, and he is tossing it right there in the center. Again, there are little guide tabs, but there's no actual clip or anything. It's going to be held on by 2 screws on the top and the 1 screw right where the ashtray is. So once it's in place and pretty much ready to go, yeah, that's that rubber mat that goes right there at the top. And now he's going to put the 2 screws in. And if the little screw holder on the left, the tab, looks a little bit different than the one on the right, that's because it was actually an older one. It's not a brand new Jeep bezel. It's an older one that actually does have a slight crack in it. So once we put the rhino liner on it, yeah, it's okay. It's all armor plated now, so not something I'm going to worry about. But you put the 3 screws in, and really it's going to hold together with 1 screw. But we put the 3 in to secure it in place, and then you put the ashtray back in. And that's all there is to it. It's there, it's good, everything works wonderfully. And there's me helping, so obviously he's going to pay me mechanics rates to help him with that. I just know it.